Let's be honest, given how weird and despairing 26 has been so far, should any of us really be surprised that Brexit happened and then that Donald Trump won the presidential election? On the surface, there are a lot of similarities between the Brexit vote and the vote for Donald Trump. On the one hand, some people voted against the status quo out of frustration and because they wanted to see change. On the other hand, some people voted to take a kick at minorities. How else can you explain the 60% rise in race hate crime and the 147% increase in homophobic attacks in the 3 months after Brexit? Though, worth noting that hate crime in Scotland actually fell after the Brexit vote. Now, if you voted for Brexit, whether you like it or not, you voted for that too. America seems to have gone the same way. On the first day after it was announced that Trump was to be America's next president, there were reports online from people experiencing and witnessing instances of hate directed at minorities from across the whole of the United States. Reports included white students at Royal Oak Middle School chanting "Build the Wall" during lunchtime. People of colour were verbally abused on the streets across multiple states. Gay pride flags were set on fire in Rochester. A Pennsylvania school had swastikas drawn in the bathroom. A figure of a black man was hung from a balcony in Tuscaloosa. A girl was sexually assaulted by a boy who said if the president could do it, so could he. White students in southern Illinois wore blackface and stood in front of the Confederate flag to celebrate Trump's victory. New York University's prayer room for Muslims had the word Trump scrawled across the door. Messages were left pinned to windshields of cars in North Carolina saying that gay families were going to hell. A Muslim woman in a Walmart had her hijab pulled off. Students at York Tech High School carried a Trump sign through the hallways chanting white power. And Texas State University police had to look into calls to set up a vigilante group to tar and feather liberal professors who were spreading what it referred to as diversity garbage. These are only a few of the accounts online, and that is just day one. Something we should recognise is that when you vote for something that spouts hatred, whatever your intentions, you are still giving that hatred permission to exist. It happened with Brexit, it happened with Trump. And the new president-elect is only one part of the great horror that America has wrought upon its minorities. I mean, Mike Pence, the soon-to-be vice president, wanted to divert funding from HIV research into gay conversion therapy. The idea that you can treat homosexuality as if it's a disease. People who go through this therapy, by the way, are about 9 times more likely to have suicidal thoughts. Trump has also selected a climate change denier to lead the Environmental Protection Agency's transition team. 4 years of a Trump administration that acts like climate change isn't real doesn't just damage America, that affects all of us. It seems like there are a dark 4 years ahead for the West, but here's something to think about. Clinton, despite everything, still got more votes than Donald Trump. He's only getting in because of America's archaic electoral college system. And the best part of that is that back in 2012, when Trump thought that Obama had got in the same way, even though he didn't, he went on a rant and called the system a disaster for democracy. Which is ironic, really. I know people in minorities in the US right now are scared. It's awful that people are going to have to come up against this wall of hatred and ignorance, but if one thing positive can come out of it, it could be a strong and motivated resistance to these ideas. In history, all powerful and negative ideas lash back with the most violence before they're defeated. If 2016 is the year that privilege punched back against the march of progress, it is only because it knows that it is losing the fight, and I know that right now it doesn't feel like that, but we are winning. We in the left should have known that this would come, and we have the duty to continue beating racism, homophobia, transphobia, sexism, and ignorance. Trump only exists because this is a fight that we are slowly winning. So let's be who we are with pride and keep fighting.